So Martha, you had no trouble finding the clinic today? I know a little bit about what brings you here, but I would really love to hear from you what's going on and what you think I might be helpful with.
Well, a friend thought that I should come, and she had suggested you. Well,
It's hard getting started, you know.
I thought it would be just fine. I really, well, I just, I have to get a job, and I just don't seem to be able to do it. And I seem to be crying a lot.
Yeah.
And my friends are a little tired of hearing about it. And I have all these things I have to do, and this is pretty new for me. I never thought I would do therapy. I've always taken care of myself.
So the idea of needing to come in and talk to someone is a little bit foreign for you.
Yeah.
You said you've been crying a lot. Does that come up around? Is it around the job, or is it around other things, or are there other things going on in your life that would be making you feel like crying?
I don't think so. There's really no reason. I mean, everybody goes out and just gets a job. Everybody can just make a resume, and I don't have anything else to do. You'd think I could just do this. I could barely get here.
Oh, yeah. So you're really feeling it's hard to just keep going. And, yeah. Have there been other things that have changed in your life around? I mean, I actually think getting a job and doing a resume is very hard, by the way. I don't think you're the only one who's felt that, but I can see that it's really feeling hard for you, and I'm just wondering...
I don't have anything to put on it.
Oh. You don't feel like there's anything that you've done that people would be interested in?
I've just been mom, and great at the groceries.
Being mom is a pretty big job, but has that changed for you recently, being mom? You're still mom, I assume.
Well, you're always mom, but, and it's changed for the better. I mean, the guys have gone off to college. So it's really nice. I'm supposed to have a life now.
Now, you said the guys have just gone off to college?
I have twin boys.
Oh, my goodness. And they both just gone to college this year?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big change.
It is. They're great. Yeah. They're great.
You must miss them.
Well, I do, but I mean, it's stupid to miss them, because what am I missing? I'm missing laundry. I'm missing all their friends eating everything. I mean, they ate me out of house and home. I don't miss that. I don't miss cleaning up after them.
So I'm sure there's some ways that it feels great to have your home back, and
right.
But it
and then I
sounds
feel guilty.
Your face lit up when you started talking about them, so I'm sure that they were a source of real connection.
And all their
life.
friends.
Yeah. Now, have you had other children besides the twins? Or?
No, I had a miscarriage before I had them.
Uh-huh.
That was. Then I had a little trouble getting pregnant again. So, and then having the twins was. I mean, that was enough.
A lot of work.
Yeah. Do you have children?
I don't have any children. But I've seen what hard work it is, and being a mother is really a full-time job.
Right.
Yeah.
So you'd think that I would be delighted and happy and be writing, getting training, doing something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
Mm-hmm. Do you have, are you married or do you have a partner?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how's he with
He's
all
worked
this?
the whole time. He thinks that it would be really nice if I get a job. We have college.
Yeah.
Too. So he says he'd really like me. He's pushing me.
Mm-hmm.
Most of my friends did this when their
Went
kids
through this when their kids left?
Well, not went through this.
Uh-huh.
Nobody I know. Nobody I know has done like this.
Yeah. You feel so alone with this right now.
Yeah, I do.
Have you been able to talk with any of your friends about how upset you feel?
I used to.
Uh-huh.
Nobody wants to hear it.
So you feel like they're distancing from you?
Everybody says, get a therapist.
Oh, that's hard.
I never said that to any one of my friends when they had a tough time.
You were there for them.
I was always there for them. I was there for my kids. I've been there for my husband. I feel like nobody is.
That's so hard. I mean, I think what you're going through is such a very difficult transition, and then to feel like you do, that you're so alone with it, that people haven't been very responsive and very much there for you, it makes it all the harder.
It's just horrible.
Yeah.
It's like being in a black hole.
Yeah, I think that is a good description of it. And I think you also, I mean, when you're feeling like you just aren't sure how to go forward, you so much need other people there to maybe share some of their experiences. I realize I haven't heard what it is that you would like to do in terms of work. Do you have a sense?
I don't know.
Uh-huh. So you're trying
What do you do? I guess Mary is somebody who had suggested that I not come here. It was Jane who suggested I come here, but she had a therapist who was giving her homework, and I've forgotten what it was called, and Mind something or I've forgotten, and then Jane thought if I could get in with you that might be really good, and she said that you had a little different relationship therapy, but I've forgotten what she said. I feel very nervous.
I'm sure you do. I think
I'm not usually like this.
Yeah, you know, I think what you're doing right now is one of the hardest pieces, actually, therapy. It may be hard to believe, but just kind of walking in the door, calling for the appointment, walking in the door, starting to talk with a complete stranger about these things that feel so private and hard.
Yeah.
I really can understand that you are struggling with that. I'd be glad to also tell you a little bit about the kind of therapy that I do. If you would like, would that be helpful to you at this point?
Yeah, I imagine it's not like the television.
Well, I don't know what you've seen on television, but it probably isn't. It is called relational therapy, and
So do I need to bring my husband in?
not necessarily, although it might be that we would decide at some point that might be helpful, particularly if you're struggling, you know, with whether he can really be there with you and for you through some of these hard places. But no, it's really it comes from a notion that we all need to be in relationship. I mean, just as you're saying, it feels like you're in a black hole and so alone right now, and that makes everything you're feeling worse. So this experience of isolation and disconnection is very hard, very, very hard. And what we believe is that if you can connect with people, that we all need to and want to connect. And we also all need support and help and encouragement. And that if we get that, we actually start to feel better. We feel like we're not all alone. We're not the only one who has this particular pain, or we feel so ashamed sometimes of what we're going through. So it's kind of a simple model, but it basically, what it would mean for us is that we would talk about what you're going through, and probably I will ask you questions about relationships, and what relationships are really there for you, and which ones have been disappointing for you in the present life and the past, and really try to help you see some of the ways that you can probably feel stronger in some of these connections, rather than starting to feel like you kind of need to back out because people aren't being responsive right now, apparently, to what you're going through. And that does make you feel like probably moving away a little bit. Yeah. Well, tell me some more about, and I certainly can tell you more about this work, but tell me some more about just what's been going on in terms of this crying and sense of you don't know if you can do what you have to do right now.